Hi again, hockey fans. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis. Delighted to have you with us. Northern Athletic Conference hockey action from the Massena Arena this afternoon, live here on Edwards Production Sports. This afternoon, Jamie, a battle of Division I teams.
Well, definitely a battle, I'll tell you. There's only 3 teams in Division I, and all 3 of them are great teams. But you take a look at this battle this afternoon, you got a team 8-4, you got a team 8-2, and both teams are only 2 games out of that number 1 spot. It ought to be a fantastic battle this afternoon.
A couple of juniors lead the way for the Canton Golden Bears, Jeff Peters and Jeff Gilson, with 19 and 18 points respectively, and then a sophomore, Tim Canfield, third in scoring for Canton. For the Massena Central Red Raiders, of course, they're led by their number 1 line in the hot line, Josh Banberg, Seth Service, and Mike LaPointe.
And they're all over the ice, too. I'll tell you, they're a tough bunch to stop out there, but they've always talked about the fact that they have good defensemen behind them in case something goes wrong.
Teams are on the ice. We are set. Northern Athletic Conference high school hockey action. It's coming up right here on Edwards Production Sports.
LaRue Oil and Brazier Quick Stop on Route 11 in Brazier have everything you need under one roof. Groceries, cold beer, soda, video rentals, year-round fishing supplies, ammo and hunting supplies, also gas, diesel fuel, and kerosene. On special now in the 12-pack cans is Jenny Light, $5.39, Coors Light, $6.99, Bud Light, just $6.99, and Pepsi and Coca-Cola 16-ounce six-pack, $2.99, single 16-ounce, 56 cents. All prices plus tax and deposit. New York State instant win tickets, too, at your one-stop headquarters, LaRue Oil and Brazier Quick Stop, Route 11, Brazier.
Canton Golden Bears and the Massena Central Red Raiders from the Massena Arena. Red Raiders lose the puck. Here's a big hit as Mike LaPointe checks Matt Morley. Canton Golden Bears, our goaltenders for this hockey game, Sean Coakley is in goal with a goals against average of 1.82. He's a sophomore. He gets to start for Canton, and in net for the Massena Central Red Raiders, it is Brooke Tebow getting to start in this hockey game. The first time these two teams have met during the regular season, here this afternoon.
These 2 teams had a heck of a game last season, Chip, and it ought to be just the same way again this year.
Frank Joy with a puck for the Red Raiders. Now the Red Raiders, check that Mike LaPointe, trying to tuck the puck in from a bad angle, but no luck there. Behind the net, Mike LaPointe. Red Raiders forechecking the Golden Bears here. Back to the point, this is Joy. A shot deflected in front, Coakley with a save, and he'll cover up.
Big save by Coakley. That shot by Joy almost deflected into the net, but a big save right there.
There you see our score on the Edwards Production Sports Cable 24 scoreboard. We are in the early going, 13:46 remaining here in our first period. Red Raiders going with the line of Adam Blaze along with Corey David. And Les Cribble from the dry. Here come the Golden Bears, and an attempted shot that time by Brian Carville, but he was too well tied up from behind and really didn't get a shot away. Blaze comes away for the Red Raiders. Has a man breaking at center. And that was Josh Spanberg. Checked out, it was P.J. Rochford. Now Dion is shot right on, and it was redirected. Sean Coakley with a save. Corey David parked in front of the net. A position he likes to play in front of that net.
Yes, he does. He's more like the bulldozer out there. He cleans out the front of that net so he can get the puck, and he does a good job of that. And when they bring Corey David out, that, in my opinion, that's the muscle line when it comes out there.
The Red Raiders coming into this game rather healthy. Everybody in the lineup, or everybody dressed that normally plays. However, the Canton Golden Bears have a couple of injuries, and they're on defense, as their defenseman, who's a senior, Jim Nee, is playing forward in this game. Why? Because he has a torn ankle ligament. He can skate forwards, Jamie, but he can't skate backwards.
Oh boy, now that can be kind of an ailment to you right there.
So he is playing up instead of on defense, his normal position. And the other injury is to Matt Burns, who's a junior. He is out. They believe it's a torn ACL ligament in his knee. So Canton Golden Bears having to play a freshman possibly and 2 sophomores to take the place of those 2 veteran defensemen.
You talk about that injury, that's almost like having a human transmission go bad. You can't go backwards, but you can go forwards.
Frank Joy behind the net. He's checked on the play, plays it into the corner. Trying to center in front was Joe Musa, but the Red Raiders come away. Tim O'Shea plays the puck down into the Canton zone as the Red Raiders change on the fly. Golden Bears with it. Matt Morley plays the puck to center. Down to 12 minutes in our first period. Behind the net, this is Ryan Kerwin. He's checked as Canton doing some forechecking. That's Matt Hauk in along with teammate Sherm Grant. Kerwin checked from behind by Canfield. Canfield, the 3rd leading scorer on this Canton team. Red Raiders move out of their own zone. A pass for Joe Weisskopf, too far, and the Red Raiders are called for icing. And here in the early going, just about 3 minutes into this game, you see Tim Long sending out that 4th line of Heath McLean and Jason Converse and Joey Weisskopf. And right now you see Tim Long issuing some instruction over at the bench to Joey Weisskopf.
Notice that Josh Spanberg and LaPointe are back out there once again, Chip, and this has been the real big scoring threat for the Massena Red Raiders this season.
From the draw, the Red Raiders control a race by the puck. Spanberg in all alone, he shoots. Coakley to save, where is it? Oh, LaPointe couldn't control a bouncing puck.
Wow, LaPointe with a wide open net on the left-hand side. He had a chance to dump it in, but he just kind of half overskated it right there. But Spanberg coming right in and getting that blast off.
Josh Spanberg using that speed, getting around the Canton defenseman. And he is a little slow getting up. I wonder if he hurt his knee or not, or his leg, as he went into the boards heavily after he let that shot go. Seth Service will take the draw. Mike LaPointe and Spanberg also finishing out the line for the Red Raiders. Mike Dion and PJ Rochford. This is Spanberg at center. Pass for Service, broken up. Golden Bears just push the puck out to center. Jeremy Martin will play it into the Massena zone. Dion going after it. He's being watched by Jeff Gilson. Gilson steals the puck. Now in to help out is Canton Sherm Grant. Spanberg along the boards. Loses the puck to Canfield. They battle. 10:45 to play in our first period. Here's a shot. Brooke Tebow sees it all the way. Directs the puck into the corner. Sherm Grant centering in front. Broken up. Here's Mike LaPointe. Has it poke checked off his stick. And Mike Dion going into the corner. Moving up from his defensive position is Matt Morley to try to hold the puck in. Red Raiders push it out to center. Golden Bears will regroup there. This is PJ Rochford in his own zone. Mike LaPointe. Center ice area, Seth Service was knocked off the puck.
Both teams getting a little bit physical out there now as a new line coming out for the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders change on the fly. Les Pribble now for Adam Blaze. Blaze has Corey David going to the net. His shot is wide of the mark.
Red Raiders have out that muscle line again.
Chad Schneider sending the puck in. Red Raiders have to tag up on the player. They would have been called for offsides. Corey David, a back pass for Blaze. He was too well tied up. Here come the Golden Bears. It's Jason Casey taking a shot. That's blocked off the leg of Eric DeRosie.
Golden Bears have been pretty good at clearing the puck out of their own end and trying to get something started, but when they get the other side of the center red line, they have trouble getting it over the blue line and into the Massena end, Chip.
I'm sure that's one of the keys for Canton in this hockey game. Take care of business in your own end.
That's right.
Center ice area. O'Shea works the puck free. Now Jamie Courier going into the boards. He falls down. John Richardson, the freshman defenseman we were talking about, out on the ice. Now behind the net, O'Shea. Into the slot area, shot, they score!
What a beautiful move by O'Shea around the back of the net. He made a couple of deep moves. He passed it out to Eric DeRosie, and he put it on home. And I'll tell you, the stick handling behind the net was fantastic by Timmy O'Shea. Here comes the replay. Look at the stick handling by O'Shea. He drops it back to DeRosie, and DeRosie says goodbye.
And look at the good job by DeRosie. He stepped in from his defensive position at the point to the top of the face-off circle and let that shot go. So DeRosie will get the goal. O'Shea, one of the assists. 5:53 the time of that goal. And the Red Raiders lead 1-0. Tebow poke checks the puck into the corner.
On that goal, Chip, O'Shea stick-handled himself away from two Canton players around the back of the net. I thought he might try for the wraparound goal, but he elected to pass it back, and just a beautiful drive by DeRoche.
Kept the head up, saw a player coming in to help out, gave DeRoche the puck, and he got it past Coakley for a goal. Red Raiders work the puck free. Scott Service, nice pass on the stick of Courier. Coakley to save the rebound, the Red Raiders score.
And the Red Raiders are just, their passing is flawless out there.
Scott Service combining with Jamie Courier, and the Red Raiders.
The 11-10 to the 11 deal.
Score another goal here, and it is now 2-0 Massena.
Just absolute perfect passing out there. The Red Raiders, they were coming down. They had a 3-on-1 break right there, Chip. That's kind of tough to defend against. Here comes the goal.
Scott Service gets the goal. Jamie Courier with the assist. Tim O'Shea. 6:35 the time of the goal. Red Raiders coming back once again.
O'Shea coming up with his second assist of the game.
And a pretty good shift for Tim O'Shea as he picks up 2 assists. Mike Dion for the Massena Central Red Raiders was involved in a couple of checks on this last shift of his.
Golden Bears, Chip, are having a hard time getting back on defense. Red Raiders are wasting no time at all breaking out.
John Richardson, one of the defensemen, back there along with Mark Morley. Another freshman. So right now, Randy Brown suddenly has 2 freshman defensemen. And Weisskopf moves in, he shoots. Oh, Coakley got a piece of it.
Oh, man, and Weisskopf hit his head on the net, on the bar, or on the post. When he went right into the net, they had another good opportunity right there, but he seems to be all right. Boy. There you see Weisskopf right there. He went headfirst into the post.
There you see our score on the Club 37 Sports scoreboard.
Now you see why you wear a helmet in hockey.
Yes. And thank goodness it's well padded.
You bet.
7:46 to play in our first period. Golden Bears breaking out. This is Sherm Grant. Grant in over the line. Poke checked off his stick by Massena's Chad Schneider. Good job by the Red Raider veteran defenseman. Here's a shot. Oh, Tebow with a great save.
Boy, Tebow had to get a glove up there.
Jeff Gilson fired that wrist shot, headed for the top left-hand corner, and the Massena netminder made a good save. Grant tries to feed into the slot, broken up, and the Red Raiders are allowed to clear. Josh Spanberg. Spanberg tries to pass. Across, it's broken up. Now it's loose in front of the Canton goal. And Sean Coakley makes the save, and then Mike Lapointe, I believe it was, skated in and kind of stopped quickly in front of netminder Sean Coakley and sprayed a little ice in the goaltender's face, and he's going to go to the penalty box. I should add, our referees for this hockey game are Mr. Bob Lozon and Mr. Mike Miller. So the first penalty of the game comes to the Massena Red Raiders' Mike Lapointe.
Number 7, Mike Lapointe. A minute and a half, unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty is 7:53 of the first period.
7:53 the time of the penalty. So the Red Raiders are shorthanded. And the Golden Bears coming back in a pass intended for Joe Musa, just a little bit out of his reach, as the Golden Bears trying to get on the scoreboard here. They trail by the score of 2-0. Jeff Gilson tried to set up Joe Musa that time. Now at center ice, Sherm Grant in over the line, into the slot area, a backhander broken up by the Red Raider defense. Ryan Kerwin looking for some room to try to clear the puck.
Jim Nee for Canton with a nice backhand right there, Chip.
Now the Golden Bears regrouping their own zone. This is Matt Morley. He leaves for Canfield, back to Morley. Right side, streaking down the wing. This is Sherm Grant. Grant checked on the play as he crossed the blue line. Now a shot, good save by Tebow on the glove. Second time this period he's robbed Jeff Gilson.
Boy, I'll tell you, he covered up the short side with that glove just right. Now he covers up again. But boy, what a great save by Tebow there on that right-hand side. He just got his glove on it in time, too.
Canton getting some good shots here.
And I'll tell you, this become a rough game. We got debris all over the ice out there. Here it is on the replay once again, just getting that glove up there just in time.
Brooke Tebow with 2 fine saves off the stick of Jeff Gilson here in this first period. There you look at the second one right there.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was really, really close. Cat-like reaction from Tebow to stop that.
Jeff Gilson, number 2 in scoring on this Canton team with 8 goals and 10 assists for 18 points. Looking to add to his point total. Just 8 seconds remaining on the penalty to the Massena Central Red Raiders, and they will now be back at full strength. Now it's Adam Blaze for Corey David. David plays the puck for Dion. Dion tried to feed in front for Blaze, but broken up. Red Raiders now will have to regroup at center. Mike Dion in his own zone. Dion being watched by Jason Casey, gets away from him. Also in forechecking is Jeff Peters. Along the boards, this is Casey. Canton stealing a shot. Tebow the save, and the Red Raiders clear the rebound. Canton Golden Bears have opened up a little bit, Jamie, offensively here in the last few minutes. We have an icing call coming up against the Massena Central Red Raiders. There you see our score on the Club 37 sports scoreboard. Down to 4:57 remaining in our first period.
Well, the Canton Golden Bears have had 2 or 3 real good opportunities, Chip, so far, but they haven't been able to cash in, as Tebow has been fantastic in the net with cat-like reflexes this afternoon.
As a matter of fact, Brooke Tebow went down in practice. I'm not sure if he took a shot off the mask or whatever, but he appeared to be down for a moment, but was okay. And fortunately for Massena, he's come up big so far in this first period with a couple of good stops.
Probably pulled a muscle moving around so fast in front of that net.
Red Raiders working in. This is O'Shea. A shot. Oh, went to the backhand and hit the goalpost.
It hit the goalpost, and it couldn't have been any more inside that post, or it would have gone in.
Tim O'Shea has had a big first period here for the Massena Central Red Raiders. Has assisted on both goals and came oh so close to making it 3-0 Red Raiders right there. Tim O'Shea going after the loose puck. This time he's checked by Mark Morley and ridden off the play. Jason Casey in the corner for Canton. Casey tied up but gets away from a check. Now Casey will bring it to center. He has Joe Musa with him. Loose puck. Tebow has a little trouble with it.
Oh my!
Jason Casey tried to work the puck free for Brooke Tebow, and he was told by one of the Red Raider defensemen, don't do that. As he went for a spill, and that was Jason Casey.
Well, I'll tell you, Tebow tried to make a nice glove save right there, and there's Eric DeRoshi right there.
Going to go to the penalty box.
And we'll have to wait and see what happens here, and I kind of think I know.
He's going to go for, well, we'll wait and see. Probably hitting after the whistle. 3:52 remaining here in our first period. Head coach Randy Brown of the Canton Golden Bears sends out Jeff Gilson along with Sherm Grant, Matt Morley. 11:08, the time of the penalty to Massena. Tim Canfield also out there for Canton. Canton Golden Bears with a pretty productive power play unit. They defeated Alex Bay earlier this past week, 4-2, and in that game, they came up with 4 power play goals. So,
there you see the goals, 451 and 25 against.
On the season so far for the Canton Golden Bears, Red Raiders going with a penalty killing unit here of Jamie Courier, Josh Spanberg, Frank Joy, and Ryan Kerwin. Golden Bears controlling. This is Peters. His shot sticked aside by Tebow and out of play. down to 3:05 remaining here in our first period.
Excuse me, Chip, I can't get over T-Ball today. He is just like a cat out there.
He's had a good, strong first period in this hockey game. There you get a look at Brooke Tebow, who so far in the season made 22 saves in the first game of the season against St. Francis in a 4-3 loss. Face-off coming to the left of Tebow. Red Raiders clear from the face-off. Canton going with Morley, still out there along with Sherm Grant at the points on this power play.
Got a great crowd on hand this afternoon here at the Massena Arena for this game, and there's still lots of seats here. Those of you who are watching it live, of course, here on Edwards Production Sports, there's still lots of seats. You want to come on down and watch the game right here with us.
Yes. Come out and support your high school sports programs. Now Peters, or check that, Casey sends the puck into the Red Raiders zone, but the Red Raiders will clear once again. Penalized player back on the ice now, Eric DeRosie, and the Red Raiders kill off their second penalty of this hockey game. Puck stolen momentarily by the Red Raiders, but they could not control the bouncing puck. Now into the Canton zone, Jeremy Martin. Martin ties up Adam Blaze. Spanberg in service behind the net. Service eludes a check. This is DeRosie at the point. DeRosie shooting, blocked by Jeff Peters. Into the corner, now Spanberg behind the net. Service eludes a check from Canton's number 8, Joe Musa. Now the Golden Bears play at the center. Jeff Peters rolls it in deep, but icing is called. 2-0 our score. Massena in the lead. We'll be right back.
Portions of this broadcast is brought to you today by Michelex Plastics of Massena. Susie Travel, a full-service agency. Instant computerized reservations, and Susie Travel now has service after hours. You can phone in reservations till 9 p.m. on weekdays and until 5 p.m. on weekends. All major credit cards accepted. Travel for fun or business. Your arrangements will always be handled professionally and efficiently. Once you've traveled with Susie Travel, you'll never travel with anyone else. Phone 769-2932.
With Jamie Davis, I'm Chip Chapman. Welcome back to the Massena Arena. Live high school hockey action here in Edwards Production Sports. 2-0 Red Raiders in the lead. And the puck rolls down into the Canton zone, and Sean Coakley makes the save. And then we have some extracurricular activities going on after the whistle, as Chad Schneider.
At least both of these teams know how important this matchup is. Both clubs only a couple games in back of the Division I leader Potsdam right now. And this is a big game for them right now to kind of close the gap between them and Potsdam right now, Chip.
A moment ago, you had a chance to look at netminder Sean Coakley, who has come up with 31 saves in the 3-1 win over Malone. Spanberg, with a minute to play in our first period, plays the puck into the Canton zone. Now LaPointe and Spanberg trying to connect here. This is Mike LaPointe in the corner. Tried to feed it back, but Sherm Grant intercepts. Grant skates to center with Tim Canfield. This is Canfield in over the line. He's being watched by Frank Joy. Joy rides him out of the play. Puck is between the skates, finally worked free. Frank Joy. Joy will work it out of his own zone. A pass behind Mike LaPointe. Just 30 seconds remaining in our first period, in icing will be called against the Massena Central Red Raiders.
Well, the Canton Golden Bears, Chip, we take a look at them so far. The goalkeeper has done a heck of a job and a lot of big saves that he has made, but these 2 goals have been in. But what's been going on is the Golden Bears have not been able to get beyond the center red line and get really something going only a couple times this period. Massena has had the pressure on through most of this period, about 3/4 of the way, but they have got some excellent and outstanding goalkeeping from T-Ball.
This game could easily be 2-0. From the draw, here's a shot, goes high over the Red Raider net. Red Raiders play the puck to center. Tim O'Shea going after. We have a penalty coming up to Canton's Mark Morley.
And oh my!
And after the whistle, Jamie Courier took Mark Morley into the boards. We'll have to see. Maybe there are more penalties than just one being called here.
Well, Morley turned around and gave Courier a little shot there at the end, and I don't know, but what he may get a double here, I'll have to wait and see.
Mark Morley, a freshman defenseman, goes to the penalty box. There you look at him. Mark Morley with 4 goals and 8 assists on the season for 12 points. But he's going to be in the penalty box for a minute and a half. It's the only penalty called. So we'll take a look at the Red Raider power play unit for the first time in this hockey game. Head coach Tim Long.
Number 36, Mark Morley. A minute and a half for hooking. Time of the penalty, 14:47 on the first period.
14:47, the time of the penalty. Tim Long sends out Service, Spanberg, and LaPointe up front. They have Rochford back and Dion at the points. Just 1 second remaining here in our first period, and that will do it for our first period from the Massena Arena.
Well, excuse me, Chip, the Red Raiders are going to have a minute and 17 on the power play starting off that second period.
Very entertaining first period from the Massena Arena as the Red Raiders score 2 goals and lead after 1 by the score of 2-0. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching Northern Athletic Conference hockey action on Edwards Production Sports.
My guest here at the first intermission is Mary Holmes. We're here between periods. Massena, the Red Raiders, lead by a score of 2-0. And Mary, one of the things we don't like to see come to a community is a tragedy. And every once in a while here in the community it does happen. But since all of us here at Edwards Productions are a community-oriented station here, Channel 24, we would like to help out as well, and that's one of the reasons we wanted to have you stop by to tell us out how we can kind of help out in a tragedy that recently has happened.
Okay, well, we had a fire yesterday, and there was a family that has lost everything. We have had a lot of help this morning already. I have a list of what we do need. We have a 20-year-old female, dress size 14, top size large. We have a 4-year-old little girl who wears a size 5, but I understand that we do have enough clothes for her. Maybe toys or things for the little girl would be nice. And we have a 24-year-old male, large shirts, waist size 32, length 34. We don't need any more furniture or anything for the living room. It has been donated. We do need large appliances such as refrigerators and stoves. We do not need a washer or dryer. If you have a large donation, we would ask that you would please call 769-6820 or 764-5312. And if you like to make contra donations, you can make them out in a check to the Fire Disaster Task Force, care of Massena Volunteer Fire Department on Andrew Street, or you can drop off some things at the fire station. And we appreciate all your help, and we've had a lot of help so far this morning already. It's great how the community comes together in a time like this.
Well, really, we really need to, and I'm very happy that we could have you here this afternoon so that everybody that is watching the game this afternoon, and I'm sure it's quite an audience,
right,
can get out there and help out here in the community. And that's what our television here and people like you are all about. It's community service, and we wanted to make sure that we got you on so that we could help out in this situation. Now, those numbers again and those addresses where they can get a hold of people so that they can help out if they do have any donations are what once again, Mary?
Okay, the phone numbers are 769-6820 and 764-5312, or you can drop them off at the fire station, or you can make the checks to the Fire Disaster Task Force, care of Massena Volunteer Ladies Auxiliary on Andrew Street in Massena. And the family that we're doing this for, they do not have a place to live either. If anyone has an apartment out there that's, average price range, that would be great too, because they don't have a place to live.
There's probably never a more devastating tragedy other than this here in comparison with like losing a loved one.
That's right.
And this is a terrible, terrible tragedy to have happen to a family. It is just nothing that you and I can feel unless we had it happen to us.
Right.
It is devastating. It's even worse beyond mention. that you can describe to anyone. So if you can help, please do. This family would appreciate it very, very, very much. And we thank you, Mary, for coming on with us. And we hope that things work out great for them and they can be helped out.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
We're between periods here at the Massena Arena, and our score, the Massena Red Raiders 2 and the Canton Golden Bears, nothing.
Enjoy a delicious meal in a relaxing atmosphere, along with a price you can afford at the Club 37 on Tripoli Road in Massena. The Club 37 offers daily lunch and dinner specials, open Monday through Friday for lunch 11 till 4, Tuesday through Sunday for dinner from 4 till 10. They specialize in seafood, steaks, and Italian food. Fine food and all your favorite beverages is what you'll find when you visit the Club 37 on Tripoli Road in Massena.
When it's time to build, head for Massena Building Supply and Northern Building Supply, your Golden Rule lumber centers, supplying the North Country with the best selection and price on all your building and remodeling needs. At Massena and Northern Building Supply, you'll get the best in service from friendly professionals. Whether you need tools, lumber, paint, or an entire kitchen or bath, all your building needs can be met right here at your Golden Rule lumber centers, Massena and Northern Building Supply.
My guest is Randy Brown, head coach of the Canton Golden Bears in his 5th this season at Canton. And Coach, first of all, coming off of 2 state championships in Division II, congratulations, first of all, and reflect back on those teams, if you will.
Oh, thanks. Those teams were kind of unique teams. You know, with a lot of kids that came up and played well together and played a lot together. They had a certain camaraderie that makes coaching kind of special. And what they also did is they did a good job in expressing that camaraderie to this team here, and it's carrying over. You know, that team, it's a great team to start off. I started off at Canton with that group of boys, and you know, it's a great way to start, and it gives you just, you know, great shoes to follow.
Now, coming back into this season, Coach, you re-enter Division I.
Right. You know, we were given the choice that we could stay Division II regular season and playoffs, or go Division I all the way. Well, for where our program is now, we felt it was best for us to play this competitive a schedule as we can, because, you know, we're all about developing players, and the more competitive schedule you get, the better off we are. So that's why we opted this route.
You lose 12 players from last year's championship team, Coach, plus 2 of the players gone to prep school, one of them being Mike Bushaw. Tough skates to fill right there in Mike Bushaw.
Oh, yeah, you know, tough skates, real tough skates in Mike, but he was a team leader for sure. He's doing real well up at Northwood, but like I said, all those kids did a good job. You know, it means a lot to them. They come back to games when they're in town. You know, and you know, the Canton mystique and the Canton aura. You know, they really press that to these kids. You know, you guys are playing for Canton. You know, you're taking our place, and it means a lot to the kids to fill those shoes. The kids that are on the team. You know, the goals that were set by previous teams, we want to achieve the same goals. We don't want to, you know, settle for less, and you know, there's a lot of that takes place. So the kids are really trying to live up to those expectations, and I think they're doing a really fine job this year doing that.
2 juniors leading this team in scoring, Jeff Gilson and Jeff Peters, and then you have a sophomore, Tim Canfield, like 3rd in scoring. So you're still kind of young, and plus you've got a couple sophomores in goal.
Oh yeah, you know, everyone said this was a rebuilding year, and we're fielding a really young team, and it'll be even younger today. We've had some injuries and some sickness, so we're going to be fielding even a younger team today, and the kids are really doing well. I mean, there are times where physically we might be able to move it off the puck because we're so young, but the desire and the drive is there, and they're getting some really good results, and it's really something to build good on in the future. You know, the future bodes well for Canton hockey.
How are you doing defensively, Coach?
Well, that's where we've lost a couple defensemen this year, and we're going to play 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and a senior. So it's going to be young, but you know, we're holding opponents down to only 2 goals a game, and that's pretty good.
Last weekend, probably a lot of people figured Massena might be playing Canton in the finals of the Canton tournament, but that just didn't happen. Potsdam had an outstanding weekend.
Oh, Potsdam did have an outstanding weekend. You know, they have the talent, and the potential's always been there for them to have a weekend like that. And I agree. I think everyone in Canton was looking for Massena Canton matchup in the finals. But Potsdam came in, played real well, and they really did earn the championship. I think they were the most hungry team there, and they wanted it. And they went out and got it.
Coach, how are you doing special teams? I saw in the paper, I think the other night you beat Alex Bay 4-2, all 4 goals on power play.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time on special teams. The way the game's played now, the special teams are what's going to make or break a team, and I think it's going to be a factor tonight. We've been pretty satisfied with our special teams, especially the youth that we have playing the special teams, trying to get the goals and moving around, and they're doing real well, and we're happy with the special teams so far.
What do you know about Massena here this afternoon and the keys for Canton to win?
Well, the biggest key for Canton to win is we have to play a disciplined game, and we can't get running around in the defensive zone or breaking down on a forecheck, because Massena is just so deep in talent that if we break down, they're going to take advantage of it. So we have to make sure that we maintain our positioning and skate hard and work hard, and hopefully we'll fare all right.
Coach, always a pleasure when I get a chance to talk to you. Best of luck to you and the Canton Golden Bears the rest of the way.
Thank you, Chip.
My guest has been Randy Brown, head coach of the Canton Golden Bears, and we'll return with more Northern Athletic Conference hockey action right after this. You're watching Edwards Production Sports.
Frenchie Chevrolet Olds, 255 East Orvis Street in Massena, offers a vast inventory of new and used vehicles, as well as state-of-the-art service and Mr. Goodwrench GM parts, plus complete body and glass repair and maintenance, and also AAA approved 24-hour wrecker service. For all your automobile needs, see the professionals at Frenchie Chevrolet Olds, 255 East Orvis Street, Massena.
Welcome back to the Massena Arena. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis. We have played 1 period of play, and here to recap that first period is Jamie Davis.
Thank you, Chip. And we take a look at that first period of play. The shots on goal went like this. Canton had 6, Massena had 5. And for the goals, Massena got 2 of them. DeRossi from O'Shea at 5:53 of that first period. And then Scott Service getting the goal from Courier and O'Shea at 6:35 of that first period. 2-0 the score. Chip?
Red Raiders on a power play as we start play here in our second period. They have Spanberg Service, LaPointe up front. They go with Kerwin. Frankie Joy at the point. This is Josh Spanberg. Feeds Frank Joy. Now for Spanberg, broken up, but the Golden Bears can't clear. Now behind the net. Spanberg controlling the puck. Canton going with a penalty killing unit here of Tim Canfield out there, along with Jeff Gilson. Red Raiders feed in front, but Mike LaPointe was too well tied up by the Canton defenseman.
And it was a good thing, too. LaPointe had a wide open net on that side, too.
Good job by the Canton defense that time. Matt Morley had Mike LaPointe tied up, and he could not get his stick down on that Josh Spanberg pass. This is Seth Service working in over the line. Drop pass for Spanberg, now Joy. His shot deflects. It's loose in front. Knockdown, we have a penalty coming up. Cross-checking is the call. And the penalty is going to go to Matt Morley of the Canton Golden Bears. Matt Morley, an assistant captain on this team. Defenseman, captain, senior, Matt Morley. So the Canton Golden Bears find themselves down now 2 men with 14 seconds remaining on the first Canton penalty.
And this is Morley's second penalty of the game right here, Chip. Just waiting for the official announcement on the penalty.
It's in the Red Raiders attempting to take a shot. Goes wide of the mark. This is Adam Blaze. Blaze in front. The Red Raiders score.
Well, I'll tell you,
they were left all alone that time. It might be Les Pribble who's going to get the power play goal. But Les Pribble was left all alone at the side of the net. We'll get a look at it again. Here's Dion. He takes a shot. It's blocked. Canton, see, they can't clear. They had a chance there, and they fanned on their clearing attempt. Here's Adam Blaze. Look, he looks up. Boom.
well, boy, I'll tell you.
Les Pribble snuck behind the defenseman. He didn't see him, and neither did goaltender Sean Coakley.
There was nobody on Pribble at all. He was wide open. Look at this pass right over to him, and he says, "Hi, how are you? I'm just hanging around."
Right. So
Adam Blaze. Time of the goal, 1:17.
1:17, the time of the power play goal. And the Red Raiders once again move the puck in front. This time Canton clear. Canton, of course, at full strength now because of the goal by the Massena Central Red Raiders. 3-0, Massena in the lead. Now in for checking for Canton, it's Tim Canfield. Canfield trying to get the puck free from Mike Dion. Now also in deep is Jason Casey. Puck squirts out the center. So the Red Raiders come up with a power play goal. Les Pribble from his line mates Corey David and Adam Blaze.
Blaze did a good job on that pass, by the way, to Pribble. Everybody was after Blaze for some reason, and Pribble was left all alone.
Adam Blaze looked up and saw a teammate standing next to the Canton goal unattended. Nice pass. And Pribble did the rest, and it's 3-0. Now in for checking, Sherm Grant. Grant centers it in front from the point. One timing it was Matt Morley. Now Frank Joy battling with Canton Sherm Grant. And Frank Joy might have had his stick underneath Grant's face mask there momentarily. I don't think he really knew that his stick was there.
No,
but
I don't think so either, but he's going to go to the box, and it'll be interesting to see what he's called for. I know there was some pushing and shoving going around in front of the net between Joy and Grant, so we'll have to wait and see.
He goes for hooking. And that penalty comes with 12:14 remaining in our second period. Randy Brown sends out a power play unit of Jim Nee, along with Tim Canfield. Also out there is Mark Morley, 2:36 the time of the penalty. And then at the points, Sherm Grant is at the 1 point. And at the other is Matt Morley. Here's Spanberg. It's Spanberg, Rochford, Courier, Kerwin, the penalty killing unit for Massena.
This is a little bit of a different line than we've seen right here.
In over the line, here's a shot by Sherm Grant he had his stick hit just as he was letting go that shot. Sherm Grant will wind up and take a shot from center. Ooh, Brooke T-Ball had trouble with that shot from center ice.
He was very fortunate, Chip. That deflected out of his glove. Here's a shot.
It's loose in front. And just missing the net once again was Jeff Gilson, his third scoring opportunity in this hockey game, and he just rolled that one wide of the net. 11:17 to play, second period. We'll be right back.
Live entertainment and great company is what you can enjoy at the Hotel Nettle, 43 Andrew Street in Massena. On Friday and Saturday, boogie to the sounds of nightlife from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. On Tuesday night at 7:30, it's Hardy's Pool Tournament. And join the Hotel Nettle on Super Bowl Sunday for lots of food, beverage, and drink specials all day long. There's a great thing happening and great company at the Hotel Nettle, 43 Andrew Street in Massena.
Less than 20 seconds remaining now on the Massena penalty. Puck is inside the Massena zone, but not for long as the Red Raiders clear the length of the ice. Corey David going after a loose puck. Sean Coakley's going to have to play the puck away from the Red Raider penalty killer. Now behind the net, this is Mark Morley. Morley's pass broken up. Morley has it once again. Tries to feed his teammate Jeff Peters. Peters checked by David. Puck is loose, and that's center ice. This is Jason Casey. Casey, the senior forward, working in over the line. He's got a man going to the net. Puck is loose to the side of the net. Brooke Tebow will hold for a face-off as Jeff Peters was going to the net.
Well, Canton's starting to apply a little pressure right here, Chip.
Well, they're down by 3. And 10:25 remaining here in our second period.
Well, they definitely have turned up the heat on the burner just a little bit more than what we saw in that first period of play.
Tim Canfield will take this draw against Adam Blaze to the right of Brooke Tebow. Red Raiders control, play the puck to center. Jeremy Martin Plays it right on the stick of Les Pribble. But Les Pribble couldn't wait for teammate Corey David to get back on sides, and therefore the Red Raiders are charged with offsides. There we get a look at referee Mike Miller.
That's a thankless job out there, I'll tell you.
They've done a good job so far in this one.
Now you got to look at some of the crowd here today at the Massena Arena.
Fine
Great crowd on here.
Yes, fine crowd here this afternoon, enjoying a Northern Athletic Conference game between two teams in Division I, the Massena Central Red Raiders and Canton Golden Bears. Joe Weisskopf in the corner. Weisskopf too well tied up. He can't center the puck. Red Raiders have this fourth line out here right now. Tim Canfield skates over the blue line for Canton, but his pass went off a leg. Now at center, Sherm Grant. Sherm Grant gets away from one check. Now Tim Canfield on the backhand, and Thibault makes the save. And he holds on with Sherm Grant right on his doorstep.
Nice backhand by Canfield right there. He got it up in the air, was trying for the upper right-hand corner, but Thibault has been great this afternoon. He's been unbelievable with that glove hand. There you got to look at Brooke Thibault.
Thibault came up with 15 saves against Aquinas in a 5-1 win. His last appearance, he made 10 saves in the Potsdam game, in the game in which Massena lost 4-1 last weekend in the Canton tournament. Now in over the line, Mike LaPointe shooting, and a good save. Excellent glove save by Sean Coakley that time, as Mike LaPointe had one labeled for the far side, but Coakley came out, Jamie, cut down his angle. We'll get a look at it again.
That's one of the things coaches really push on goalies. Cut that angle down, don't give him anything to shoot at, and he did exactly that, and LaPointe has got a hard shot.
Sean Coakley with a good save there.
Excellent save by Coakley right there, and he did. He cut that angle right down.
Joe Musa on the draw against Seth Service, controlled by Jason Casey. Casey is hit by Kerwin, but he clears the puck. Now Canton working in over the line, but it's called on the offsides. As working together that time, Jeff Peters and Matt Morley couldn't quite get it together at the Red Raider blue line, but the Red Raiders were hounding the Canton forwards as they were trying to come across the Massena line.
Yeah, Jeff Peters knew he was in over the line too soon. You could kind of tell by the way he passed that puck off there.
There you get a look at senior defenseman Matt Morley.
Matt's had a couple of spells with the penalty box this afternoon already.
Well, I think he's had one, and his brother Mark's had one.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry.
So
both M. Morley on my score sheet.
Yeah. I think you'll have to be a little bit more definitive on that.
Yes, I will.
Mike LaPointe in over the line. This is Josh Spanberg. Spanberg tied up and feeds it in front, but Coakley pokes the puck away from a Massena player. Spanberg in the corner being checked on the play by John Richardson. Puck comes loose, service behind the net. Now this is Mike LaPointe. LaPointe spun around. Richardson plays along the boards for Jeff Peters. Center ice area. Ooh, Ryan Kerwin stands his ground and knocks down Jason Casey. Canton coaching staff looking for an elbowing penalty there, but did not get one.
Well, Ryan got his hands up a little bit high there, and they kind of were taking a little exception to that.
Yeah, he might have got away with one there, but we'll get a look at it.
Here it comes once again. We're going to see it on the replay, and
Oh.
Hi, how are you? That was up a little bit high, wasn't it?
The hands were up a little high. 8:33 remaining here in our second period. Nice to have you along with us for Northern Athletic Conference hockey action here on Edwards Production Sports. We are live this afternoon from the Massena Arena.
You can feel those checks all the way up here for some reason.
O'Shea loses the puck. Canton trying to center in front, but Joe Musa had it blocked. Now Musa feeds in the slot area, but losing the puck in his skates that time was Canton's Brian Carvel.
And he was right in prime position to let that one go, but DeRossi just perfect in covering up right there.
This is Rosh Schneider at center. Plays the puck into the Canton zone. Golden Bears trying to clear. Now we have Tim O'Shea going at it with Canton's Jeremy Martin.
Funny how when the whistle blows, they all of a sudden start skating opposite ways there.
7:52 remaining, second period. We'll be right back.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Bob Post has been there for over 30 years, serving the people of Massena with complete auto, home, and life insurance coverage. If you're not satisfied with your insurance situation, call Bob Post at 764-0189. Let him give you a quote and see the advantages that State Farm can offer you.
Welcome back to the Massena Arena. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left on our scoreboard clock in the second period. Tim O'Shea in the penalty box for Massena. Jeremy Martin also in there for Canton. .708 the time of those penalties. And coincidental minors this year means the teams will play at 4 a side. Much like the college rule, I believe they give a chance to see with the more ice room, it gets a chance to see some of the players showcase their talents a little bit better, their skills. As last year they would play 5 a side when they had coincidental minors. 52 seconds remaining on the penalties and 7:14 in our second period.
You know, that's been a strange thing in the game of hockey. You know, I'm glad to see that. You know, if you get a penalty, you get a penalty. Why should you be kind of given a second chance to make up for it?
I mean, with the
you shouldn't be doing it anyway.
You mean when there used to be coincidental minors and they still played 5 a side?
Yes.
Here's the Golden Bears sending the puck in. Dion checked into the boards. Canton center in front, but intercepted. And here's Corey David. David being checked from behind by Canton's mark. Checked out Matt Morley. Now into the corner, it comes free. Rashford plays in front. Coakley kicks that aside. Behind the net, Corey David feeds in the slot area. Here's a backhander kicked out by Coakley.
Oh, and Coakley just got that one away. That almost went out on the short side on the left-hand side.
That was Les Pribble looking for his second goal in this hockey game. Corey David from the point. Plays across for P.J. Rashford. Now into the slot area all alone. Pribble. Oh, what a save. Coakley was down.
Oh, my.
Dead to rights. And he put that glove up there. And he robs Les Pribble.
Well, that definitely, T-Ball has made some great saves, but Coakley, I think, gets the save of the day right there, sitting down with a glove save. Here it is once again. Sitting all alone in the slot. Then he wraps around, and look at that.
Good save.
Better be careful. There'd be some Major League Baseball teams looking for him as a shortstop.
Yes. Randy Brown is the coach of the high school baseball team at Canton Central. I'm sure he took note.
Here it is again. Look at that. What a grab. And he's sitting down besides. That was the best part of that.
Face-off coming to the right of Sean Coakley, and from the draw, the Red Raiders control. Pribble tries to play it back to the point, and he fans on his pass. Now blaze across for Corey David, and he had his stick hit just at the last moment by Sherm Grant. This is Casey in his own zone along the boards. For Sherm Grant. Sherm Grant trying to clear. Red Raiders holding it in. Coakley directs into the corner. Blaze checked on the play by Mark Morley. 5:43 remaining in our second period. 3-0 Red Raiders in the lead. Now Golden Bears break out. Center ice moving in over the line. Jeff Peters. Peters is spun around by a pair of Red Raider defensemen. Ryan Kerwin out there along with Heath McLean.
Excuse me, Chip. 3 Red Raider players ending up in the net on that one.
Heath McLean not a defenseman, but he was doing a good job back checking on the play.
I tell you, Canton is really, I'm impressed this period. They have really turned things up a notch. They just haven't been able to capitalize. They've had some great opportunities in this second period, though. And they've had some great goalkeeping, too, besides this period.
They're trying to get on the scoreboard. They trail 3-0. From the point, a shot taken by John Richardson. Didn't have much on it. And Joe Weiskopf back the other way. but Weiskopf quickly ridden off the play by Matt Morley. Morley feeds Joe Musa. Musa along the boards. Now this is Heath McLean. McLean looking for a stoppage of play maybe in his own zone. Weiskopf in to try to work the puck free. Brian Carville in for checking for Canton. This is McLean trying to feed Jason Converse. Now Weiskopf. Weiskopf circles, tries a feed in front, and Coakley will cover up as there's heavy traffic in front of his net.
There has been heavy traffic in front of both nets today, I'll tell you that. It's been hard to kind of get people out of the way in there so you can score. Both teams playing good defense.
There you see our score on the Club 37 Sports scoreboard. Cable 24 Sports scoreboard. Massena leading 3-0. Seth's service out there along with Mike Lapointe. And Josh Banberg, Eric DeRosie, Chad Schneider. Canton countering here with Jim Nee along with Jason Casey. Up front, Mark Morley. Back on defense. Jeff Peters out there. Now is Jeremy Martin also on the ice for Canton. And from the draw, the Red Raiders control. Spanberg, a nice pass for Seth Service. Service in over the line, left side, LaPointe. Kicked away by Coakley. Now in a corner, in front of the net, and a shot by LaPointe. The save made, the rebound.
Man, oh man. LaPointe, just like a bee around in front of that net. And boy, they had a hard time getting LaPointe away from there. He just kept scrambling away at that puck.
Then after Sean Coakley makes the save, we'll get a look at it again.
Nice passing going on here by the Red Raiders right there, but watch LaPointe. They just can't get him away from the puck. 3 Canton players after him, and it's like the stick was stuck to the puck with glue.
Then after the whistle blew, Josh Spanberg had a little conversation, which a friendly conversation that is, with netminder Sean Coakley. From the draw, shot on net, Coakley will make the save, and once again, with this big line for the Massena of LaPointe, Spanberg in service, buzzing around the Canton goal. Coakley does not want to take any chances. Canton down 3-0 here with 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in our second period. Service to the point. Here's a shot taken by Charlie Durant. Broken up. Here come the Golden Bears back the other way. Jeff Gilson, and he scores!
Just picture perfect play all the way. He made a great defensive play at the other end. Took the puck in all alone. Beautiful backhand. And boy, I can't wait to see this one again on the replay.
Jeff Gilson blocks Charlie Durant's shot at the point. Skates the length of the ice. Good speed. Breaks in on goal. And the junior forward, number 2 in scoring on this Canton team.
Here it is once again. He breaks right out. What a beautiful play. Beautiful backhand. And it don't get much nicer than that.
He just... as he tucked that one to the top hand corner on the stick side of Brooke Tebow, as Tebow went down, committed himself, and Jeff Gilson picks up the goal. Now back, it's Tim O'Shea from Massena. O'Shea in him, save made by Coakley, and just as O'Shea was letting go the shot, I believe he was tripped on the play. We'll have to wait and see if we get a penalty called here against the Canton Golden Bears. Tim O'Shea has had himself a good hockey game this afternoon, although he's probably frustrated here as he's had a chance to score a couple of goals. Has not been able to put the puck in, but he has assisted on 2 of the 3 Red Raider goals.
I think what with a major discussion down there that's going on is a lot of the action that's going on in front of the crease. And there's a lot of players in the crease, and it's getting pretty hectic. Here's the goal once again. Look at that move right there. What a block and textbook style backhand.
Well, Gilson went to the forehand and put the puck up.
Little flip shot.
Stairs
there.
right. So we have a penalty called against the Canton Golden Bears. Matt Morley goes to the penalty box. Tripping. As Matt Morley tripped Tim O'Shea just as he was letting go that shot that time. So the Red Raiders on the power play. They have Corey David, Adam Blaze, Les Pribble up front, Mike Dion, P.J. Rochford at the points. This is Dion. Now Rochford. Blaze backhands one towards the net, but wide. Pribble in the corner. Being watched out there by Mark Morley of Canton. Corey David for Blaze. Rochford one times it. That rolls off a skate. Tim Canfield tries to clear. Can't. Dion from the point. A shot. Coakley the save. Where is it? Tim Coakley covers up.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of activity in front of that net, but Coakley has been, I'd have to say, outstanding in this second period.
51 seconds remaining on the Red Raider power play. (3-1) is our score.
Golden Bears definitely are a different team out there in this second period than they were in the first, that is for sure.
From the draw, Red Raiders controlling in the Canton zone. David backhands it into the corner. Coming up with his Mark Morley. He tries to clear. David with it once again. Sherm Grant also out there penalty killing along with Jason Casey. Here's his shot. Coakley makes the save. And let's see, will they allow the goal? Because Corey David was right on the edge of the goal crease.
Oh, that's why I didn't have any reaction. He was right on the very end of it, and we'll have to wait and see.
Right now,
and it looks as if it's going to be a goal. Canton players are arguing about that. And
assistant captain,
there it is once again.
Jeff Peters going out to talk. The goal counts. Corey David gets the goal. It did not appear from our vantage point that he was in the crease. P.J. Rochford picks up an assist. And Adam Blaze also with an assist. 12:19 the time of the goal. So Massena now increase their lead to 3 once again as they lead 4-1. In front of the net once again. And Coakley with a good save that time. Off the stick of Mike LaPointe. LaPointe has been stymied here on a few occasions by Sean Coakley. Golden Bears play the puck to center. P.J. Rochford back now for Mike LaPointe. LaPointe working in against freshman defenseman John Richardson. LaPointe tries to feed in front. That goes off the stick of Joe Musa. Joe Musa ties the player up. Or check that, not Joe Musa, that was Jim Nee in there in the corner.
There you got a look at the score on the Club 37 scoreboard. Massena ahead by 3. If you're just joining us, we're in the second period of play with 1 minute and 51 seconds left in this second period.
LaPointe service, Spanberg stay out for Massena. Joy and Kerwin on defense. From the draw, Golden Bears move the puck to center. Kerwin, a good play of steering Sherm Grant off the puck a moment ago. Oh, and now a heavy check as Frank Joy was taken into the boards, and that opened up the door here behind the Massena Red Raider goal.
Don't leave, fellas. We still got 1 minute 40 to play. I've seen the glass break before, but I don't think I've ever seen a panel come off. Let's watch it again as they go into the corner, and ooh, wow.
Frank Joy was checked that time by Jeff Gilson.
They kind of looked at each other as in, who did that? Who's responsible for that?
Face off in the Massena zone. Red Raiders win the draw. From the point, though, held in. Here's a shot taken by Matt Morley. Stick to side by Tebow. Now at center ice. Morley feeds to center. Oh, Joy is knocked down from behind by Sherm Grant. Down to 1:15 in our second period. Kerwin holding in at the point. Into the corner. Now behind the net. Corey David feeds in front. Broken up by Tim Canfield. Canfield, nice pass on the stick of Sherm Grant. Grant lets a shot go. We're under a minute to play in our second period. Now Les Pribble, a pass center ice for Corey David, a little bit behind the Red Raider forward. Now Les Pribble moves in, a pass for Corey David, but it was behind him once again. Stick handling in the corner. Spanberg feeds behind the net, the wraparound, no good. That shot saved. Now Spanberg once again. 28 seconds remaining in our second period. Broken up, and the Golden Bears clear this time. Let's see. Yes, it will go the length of the ice, and icing will be called.
Boy, Coakley was protecting that short side like a mother bear would protect one of her cubs there throughout that last exchange.
As the Red Raiders once again buzzing in the Canton zone. Canfield's been busy in this second period.
He certainly has. He has had his hands full most of the game, but he's made some great saves too as well.
Now coming on the ice for Canton is Mark Morley.
Really, both Canfield and T-Ball have had a busy afternoon so far.
Mark Morley out there along with his brother Matt. Jason Casey also out there. Tim Canfield. Here's Casey. Casey backhands the puck into the Massena zone, down to 13 seconds in our second period. Now the Red Raiders looking to break out. Spanberg is alone, but Service couldn't feed him the puck. Down to 3 seconds in our second period, and that's how action will end here in our second period. It was 2-0 after one. We saw 3 goals in that second period with the Red Raiders outscoring Canton by a margin of 2-1. And after 2 periods of play, Massena leading Canton by the score of 4-1. When we return here in Edwards Production Sports, earlier this week I had a chance to talk to Josh Spanberg, and we'll see that interview in a moment. You're watching Edwards Production Sports. 4-1 our score after 2 periods of play.
Looking for a good time? Then join the Massena Springs Tavern on Thursday evenings for karaoke with Tim. And on Friday and Saturday, January 20th and 21st, dance to the sounds of the band Head First. Entertainment 9:45 to 1:45. After work specials Monday through Friday 4 to 7, on Sunday 4 to 6. Great beverage prices and a good time. That's what makes the Massena Springs Tavern the place to go. Corner of Hatfield and Main Streets, Massena. Now that the cold weather is here, it's a great time to stay inside and redecorate your house. At A World of Color, you'll have fun looking through their large selection of wallpaper and borders. You'll also discover the original Gail Grissy stencils or paint sun-dries that can dress up any room. And don't forget their great selection of quality Pittsburgh paints. And Ty and Wendy at A World of Color will be more than happy to help you with your interior decorating needs. A World of Color, 10 Main Street, downtown Massena.
We have played 2 periods here at the Massena Arena. The Massena Central Red Raiders leading the Canton Golden Bears by the score of 4-1. Red Raiders led 2-0 after 1 period here in this hockey game. And then recapping scoring in that second period, Jamie.
Well, I'll tell you, we take a look at the scoring in that last period. Massena getting a power play goal. Les Pribble from Corey David and Adam Blaze. Then the next goal coming, a beauty too, by the way, for Canton. Jeff Gilson with that great steal and coming the length of the ice and a beautiful backhand. That one going in for Canton, and they needed that. That was a big booster for them. And then Massena coming up with another goal. Corey David, the muscle man in front of the net, coming up with a big goal there, and getting the assist on Corey David's goal was Pierre Rochford and Adam Blaze. And I'll tell you, Canton came out in that period, and Chip, they looked a lot better than they did in that first period. We saw some fantastic saves by the Canton goalie, but they're going to have to go out and really get fired up in this third period, down by 3 goals.
Yeah, they'll probably have to open up even more offensively as they trail in this hockey game by 3. Well, earlier this week I had a chance to talk to one of the Red Raiders forwards, number 19, Josh Spanberg, and we'll have that interview for you coming up next.
My guest is Josh Spanberg, number 19 for the Massena Central Red Raider hockey team, and a senior forward, one of the top players in the Northern Athletic Conference. First of all, Josh, my first question is, you're coming off of a pretty successful soccer season this year.
Yeah, we had a very good team. We had a very successful year, actually. We reached our goals pretty much. A little disappointing in the last game, but Plattsburgh was a strong team. They took care of us.
I'm going to ask you, I guess I'm going to put you on the spot. If after graduation, if you have your choice between soccer or hockey, which is it going to be?
Oh, no question. I'll be playing hockey somewhere, hopefully.
Coming off of a great season last year where you led the Red Raiders to 20 goals, 29 assists for 49 points. Look back on that last season for us.
I thought last year we had a great team, had a lot of potential. We through the whole year we were very focused, as we were the year before, and that's what we based our season on, was being focused on what our goals were, and ended up shorter than we thought we should be, but overall it was a good season, and we did a lot of good things last year.
You had to have been real pleased with the season you had.
Yeah, I started late because I broke my toe at the end of the soccer season, so I wasn't skating for about 2 or 3 weeks, and so I wasn't into the game yet, but as soon as I got in, we were very focused, and I did extremely well. Of course, I had Matt and Brian LeBombard, Matt Reed, and those guys, they get you the puck, you're going to put the puck in the net.
Now, as the season goes on, or before the season even starts, do you set personal goals for yourself?
I set game goals, actually. I go into a game thinking about what I want to be able to accomplish during that game, so... Personal, not statistic-wise, no, I don't. I'm just looking for a win for a team. So I'm not out there to score as many goals as I can or get as many assists as I can. Of course, I do want the assists and goals, but I set team goals, and I just want to win. I want everyone to be a chance to play and then have a winning season.
If you look at what you think you do best at, is it your skating ability that you think you're the best at, or your scoring ability? What do you think?
I think my best skill is skating, because, of course, we skate so hard in practices, and Jovan and I have been working on my long stride, and I think my best move, which I don't want to give away or anything, but I will, is skating down the side and just skating right by everybody, and my shot is very accurate. I like my shot right now. I'm very comfortable, and I feel accurate.
You see a lot of ice time. Obviously, you're an excellent skater. You kill off a lot of penalties. You like killing? You like being on the penalty kill unit?
I like it a lot because it deals a lot with the anticipation. I think you'll see in the North Country is a lot of guys don't anticipate very well, and I think that's a key part of penalty killing, especially when they're coming out of their zone, is pressuring them and knowing where they're going to pass the puck. And if you can do that, then they can't get out of the zone, and that's key on a penalty kill.
You're somewhere around 11 goals, 13 assists on the season, maybe 24 points at this point. Assess your play to this point in the season.
I think I've off and on played well games. Can't really play a bad game. I'm playing with the 2 guys I'm playing with. I get the puck a lot.
7 multi-point games in there, I think you've got.
Yeah, I think I can produce more, though. I want to produce more, and I think our line can even produce more than we are, even though we're producing a lot right now.
Your line mates, Seth Service, Mike LaPointe, what do they mean to you?
Well...
Even though they're sitting right next to you.
I've been playing with Mike for a while now, several times on different teams over the summer and during regular season, and I don't think I even have to look because I know where Mike's going to be right now, and I think that with Seth has phenomenal skill with the puck, and he can move the puck as well, so when he has the puck, I know he's going to try to find me, and that's what we need to do.
You guys have accounted for half your team's goals just about so far this season. So far, it seems like you guys have only averaging maybe 1-2 times a week are you playing games. Is it hard to stay on top of your game with the schedule like it is?
It's very hard. It's extremely hard. I think that most of the guys don't realize what kind of pressure is being put on them from playing games only once or twice a week. But I think the coaches realize it, and they're trying to keep us focused. But it's very hard when you have a practice like, for instance, this week we had 5 straight practices. And practices get long, and they can get routinely. So guys get frustrated. But coaches are trying to keep us focused, and it's hard. It is.
You've got Canton coming in. What do you know about Canton?
Canton's a strong team. They're aggressive. We're going to have to work on our breakout a lot. These guys like to jump in on you, and they're good changers. You don't see a lot of that in the North Country as well. They know how to change. They know how to use the quick changes. So we got to try to keep our changes short, our shifts short, and we got to really work on making straight passes out of our zone.
What's in Josh Spanberg's plans after graduation from high school?
Right now, I'm unsure. I'm debating whether to try prep school and then hopefully move on to a Division I school, or whether I'm going to go right to a Division III school. Right now, the only Division III college I'm looking at is Hamilton, and so I'm unsure.
Well, whatever it is, whatever decisions you make, I hope you, I wish you the very best and continued success this season with the Massena Central Red Raiders, and we look forward to watching you out there playing hockey.
Thanks a lot.
My guest has been Josh Spanberg, forward for the Massena Central Red Raiders, and we'll be back with more hockey action right after this. You're watching Edwards Production Sports.
4-1 our score between our second and third period. Red Raiders in the lead. Recapping the scoring summary in this game so far. Let me see, the Massena Central Red Raiders have a goal by DeRosie. Scott Service with a goal. Les Pribble with a goal. Corey David with a goal. Les Pribble's goal was a power play goal. Tim O'Shea has 2 assists in this game. Jamie Courier has picked up an assist. Corey David has an assist. Adam Blaze with 2 assists. And PJ Rochford with an assist. And on the Canton side, the lone goal scorer and unassisted goal was by Canfield. So we are after 2 periods, 4-1 our score. We'll be back with third period action right after this. Chip Chapman along with Jamie Davis back at the Massena Arena. 2 periods of hockey have been played here with the Massena Central Red Raiders leading by the score of 4-1. Red Raiders led 2-0 after 1. And now 4-1. What were the shots in that second period, Jamie?
Oh, we take a look at the shots on goal. Massena had 15, and the Canton Golden Bears had 5. So Massena had a machine gun in their hand that period.
Sean Coakley with a lot of good saves, a lot of good stops in that second period.
Yes, he did. He had a lot of great saves in front of that net. Massena probably could have put in about 4 or 5 more goals. But I'll tell you, he came through for them, and he needed to. And they got a big goal that period, and I think that's going to be a big booster for him going into this third period of play.
Massena Central Red Raiders with a record of 8-2 coming into this game. Canton Golden Bears 8-4 on the season.
This is a big game for both of these teams. They're only 2 back of Potsdam right now, both of these teams. And they want this win real bad to keep within striking distance of the Sandstoners in Division I.
Sandstoners have played 14 games already this season. Of course, for Massena, this is their 11th game here this afternoon.
That's right, and this is the 13th game for the Canton Golden Bears.
So the teams are at center ice. Canton going with Tim Canfield along with Jeff Gilson.
Excuse me, Chip, it's always nice to have a game or 2 at hand.
Yes. And Sherm Grant. Red Raiders are going to start getting into their schedule here. They're into it now, basically, as they will start playing on Wednesdays and on the weekends once again. From the draw, Raiders play the puck down to the Canton zone. Spanberg, Service, and LaPointe. That line starting. For Massena, Frank Joy has it at center. Back into the Canton zone. Matt Morley behind his own goal. Plays up along the boards. Canton break out. 2-on-1, Tim Canfield. Canfield's got Sherm Grant with him. Grant has it, he shoots. Oh, and he flips it over the net. It's loose in front. The light did not go on.
Oh, my!
I thought Canton scored, but maybe it went off the goalpost.
Well, I don't know.
Sherm Grant again.
I don't know. I think that was in the net. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know whether we're going to get a chance to look at it again on the replay or not.
Boy, Canton Golden Bears have come out flying here in this third period. This line of Tim Canfield and Sherm Grant.
I'll tell you, the Canton players and the Canton coaching staff, they are simply livid right now. There it is right there, Chip, on the replay, and yes, that got right inside, and that went over the red line, too. Oh, well.
And now referee Mike Miller's going to go and talk to...
Here it is once again. We'll watch it again on the replay. Here it is. We're going to get a good shot at it right here. Here it is.
No.
Oh, and it did not. It did hit the post. It did hit the post.
It hit the goal post.
I'll tell you, that's two shots this afternoon that looked as if they went in. And after we've looked at them, you couldn't hit that part of the post any closer without it deflecting into the net.
That was very close.
Oh.
At first, it looked like it was in when you first saw it, but went off the goal post.
I'll tell you, that is... We've seen 3 or 4 of those shots like that where they've hit the inside part of the post and come right back out again. Unbelievable this season.
And excellent camera work that time. Picked that up for us as we
yes,
saw it on the slow
definitely.
motion. Red Raiders in front of the net. A shot, they score! As Les Pribble fed Adam Blaze, and Adam Blaze scores for the Massena Central Red Raiders.
Beautiful play by Pribble to get that ball, puck in front of the net. And the Red Raiders now take a look at it again, right around in front of the net.
Pribble in front, and it's a goal.
Boy, I'll tell you, good passing by the Red Raiders right there. And I'll tell you, with that congestion around in front of the net, it's amazing that they were able to get the puck in.
Adam Blaze was left alone.
Goal scored by number 15 from 12-5.
Mike Dion also picking up assist. Les Pribble with an assist. And the Red Raiders now leading by the score of 5-1. Red Raiders have the puck once again in the Canton zone. Along the boards, falling down. Corey David, he feeds for Les Pribble, though. Pribble's shot was from a bad angle. It went past the net. Golden Bears trying to work out. Dion trying to pinch in. Puck rolls out to center. This is Tim O'Shea. O'Shea. Let's go with a shot, and he fires it just past the Canton net. 13-12 to play. Third period. We'll be right back. "13 minutes and 12 seconds to play." There you go. Look at number 8 for the Canton Golden Bears, Joe Musa. Interesting story. Joe Musa, who has a brother who played on this team. A nice article by Ken Tysiak in the Watertown Daily Times earlier this winter. John Musa was a player who probably would be a junior on this hockey team now, maybe a sophomore. However, he was diagnosed as having a heart ailment called a heart arrhythmia. He can still run, jump, lift weights, but he has to stay away from physical sports. And Joe Musa's brother John, last season made the Canton varsity as a freshman, recorded an assist in his first varsity game. His goal was to go on and play college hockey. However, those dreams kind of ended when he was diagnosed with the heart ailment. It's been a tough road for John Musa, obviously being, 14, 15 years old and not being able to fulfill some of the dreams. But at such a young age, but he's had a lot of support in dealing with his ailment, and the hockey team, the Canton hockey team, the Golden Bears still feel he's part of this hockey team. He goes to practice, he shoots, he participates in a lot of the non-contact drills and the off-ice drills. His younger brother Joe, as you look at number 8, real neat. His brother has given the season to his brother. He's wearing his brother's uniform. We'll talk more about this story after this. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Edwards Production Sports.
Come to the hall that started it all, Billy's Bingo Hall. They now offer Midnight Madness. Cards are on sale at 10:30. Bingo starts at 11:30. Same game schedule as day and evening sessions. Enjoy the snack bar and bingo 7 days per week with a guaranteed winnings of $3,400 per session. You can catch Midnight Bingo on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Billy's Bingo Hall is located on Route 37 in Hogansburg.
Welcome back to the Massena Arena. 5-1 our score. Injured player Jim Nee was helped off the ice. Red Raiders in front, and a shot. Coakley makes the save off the stick of Scott Service.
Once again, textbook style goalkeeping right there. Coakley staying right at home, cutting that angle right down. That was an interesting story that you told right there, Chip. Here's the shot again right in front of the net. And look at that. Boy, I'll tell you, he has been great with that glove this afternoon.
Yeah, in getting back to number 8, Joe Musa of the Canton Golden Bears. He's kind of like wearing his brother's number, this is Joe Musa's first year with Canton, and he's dedicating this season to his brother, who unfortunately can't play hockey, but can still play baseball and whatnot. The doctors have given him the okay to do that. Yeah, kind of a, you think about this game, and somebody's going to be disappointed after this game. One of these teams, because they're going to lose. But hey, there's a lot of other things in life.
They're a lot worse. We talked about one of them during the first intermission. But you kind of take a look back on it, and John can look at it from this point of view. Well, he can do everything he can to support the game of the hockey and the team and so on without even putting on a pair of skates too as well. Just like we do.
Right.
Hey, John, maybe there's a spot in you for broadcasting. You never know.
From the draw, O'Shea feeds up along the boards for Scott Service, who centers it in front, but Jamie Courier just couldn't quite get his stick on that puck, as there was a Canton defender standing in the way. Now this is Tim Canfield. Canfield working in over the line. Canfield shooting right on, and Tebow makes the save. Once again, Sherm Grant where he is supposed to be, and that's in front of the Massena goal.
Yeah, both goalkeepers this afternoon have played textbook style hockey out there. They've stayed right at home. They've cut down the angle. They've come out of the net to cut the angle down, and they've kept an awful lot of goals from going in. We look at the total shots so far this afternoon, and it's 20 for Massena, and Canton has had 11. That's quite a few. And both goalkeepers have done a whale of a job this afternoon, even though Massena's up by a score of 5-1, Chip.
Jim Nee was the injured player a moment ago for the Canton Golden Bears, and Jim Nee was the player that we talked about earlier in this game, who was normally a defenseman, but because of the torn ligament in his ankle, he was skating at the forward position because he can't skate backwards. And let's hope that it wasn't the ligament that he injured further here this afternoon. Red Raiders break out a pass intended for Heath McLean, a little bit too far for the Red Raider forward. McLean skates behind the net now, back to the point for Ryan Kerwin. Kerwin holding the puck in. Converse. Weisskopf goes in front of the net. This is Ryan Kerwin. He can't keep the puck in. Now Casey has it for Canton. Jason Casey works away from a check, but is turned around at the blue line, and this is Joe Weisskopf for the Red Raiders. Weisskopf in over the line, taking a look. It's got Heath McLean going to the net. Here's a shot. Oh, and it just went wide of the mark as Heath McLean was providing a screen in front of the net. Now Weisskopf, all alone, he shoots. Oh, tried to go between the legs of goaltender Coakley, and Sean Coakley made a fine save and holds on. And then after the whistle, Jeff Gilson getting involved with Heath McLean.
Well, we take a look at that chance just now that they had. Both McLean was right in front of the net, and so was Weisskopf. They both were standing right there, and for a while they were all alone. As McLean is going to go to the box, and so is Gilson as well for Canton, Chip.
Jeff Gilson, there you get a look at number 31, who is the second leading scorer on this Canton team. 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points. Now make it 9 goals, 10 assists for 19 points. Or, so we're getting the calls on the penalty here.
5 minutes and 8 seconds into the third period for roughing off.
So roughing is the call to McLean and to Gilson. Jeff Gilson with the only goal in this hockey game for Canton. So far, 5-1 is our score. Red Raiders leading it with 11 minutes and 8 seconds. There you see our Club 37 sports scoreboard. 11:08 remaining in our third period. Sherm Grant, along with Tim Canfield, out there for Canton Golden Bears. Nice move, Red Raiders in. Oh, off the goal post. Josh Spanberg made a nice move to get around the defenseman, and Spanberg.
Right off the. How big are these posts this afternoon? That's what I want to know. I want to know how wide these posts are. Look at this.
Nice move to get around the defenseman.
Ping, right back out in front again. I'll tell you, I'm going to go down there with a ruler later and measure the posts. I want to know how wide they are. Look at this shot. Right there, and right back out in front again.
Josh Bamber tried to go to the glove side of Sean Coakley, but the goalie's best friends are the goalpost and crossbar, and that time...
I wonder how many saves they've had today. I think
well,
it's
they
3.
had one big one down in the Massena end. We know that for sure also. Because we thought Canton had scored a goal.
Keep track of the saves for the goalies and the saves for the crossbar and the other half of the goal.
Canton trying to hold the puck in. Here's a shot from a screen, and Tebow directs that shot into the corner. Mark Morley let that one go for Canton. Now behind the net, Sherm Grant doing some forechecking. He's going to skate to the bench as Jason Casey takes his place. Here's Spanberg trying to get around defenseman Mark Morley. Spanberg spun around, leaves for Seth Service. Service got a man breaking in front of the net. Spanberg with a shot, and a save made by Coakley. Good job that time by Jeremy Martin, the defenseman, the sophomore defenseman. He was tying up Spanberg. He was still able to get his shot away, though.
Now, Spanberg may have been hurt on the play just a little bit. I noticed he was grimacing as he was going off the ice.
You know, Jamie, I think Josh Spanberg got hurt in the first period when he ran into the boards behind the net on a I think it might have been a breakaway attempt. As Josh Spanberg limping somewhat. Here's a shot right on net.
Oh, boy.
And Coakley with another nice save, and that off the stick of Massena's Corey David. Corey David with a goal and an assist in this game, looking for goal number 2.
Boy, Coakley has been fantastic. Even though it's 5-1, he's been great with that glove this afternoon.
Jason Casey loses the puck to Adam Blaze. Blaze in the corner, trying to get around a check. Les Purble sets up in front from Massena. Canton come away. Let's see if they can clear. No. Corey David doing a good job back checking, allowing Adam Blaze to come up with a puck. Now Corey David, one-handed, spins around and gets the shot away. Coakley the save. The rebound flipped in front. Oh.
Yeah, and I kind of thought something might get going there as everybody ran into the Coakley there.
That looked like a pinball machine that you might see at the arcade, the way Les Purble was spinning around in front of the Canton goal as he was hit by probably 2 or 3 Canton defenders.
That was like that Salmon River St. Lawrence game we did right there. Some of the action in front of that net.
Down to 9:18 remaining here in our third period.
Well, Chip, I'll tell you what, the score doesn't reflect the kind of play we've seen so far. Score of 5-1. Canton definitely in the first period. I don't know, they look like they were in a lapse there, and then they come right out in the second and third period. They've been skating well, they've had some good opportunities, but they just haven't been able to capitalize on them.
Canton controlling from the draw. Matt Morley feeds teammate Jeff Gilson. Gilson lets go a wrist shot that goes over the glass and out of play.
Oh, and we've got some real big-time activity in the corner.
But 9:03 remaining, third period. We'll be right back.
Massena Big M tries hard to accommodate all their customers, both in groceries and accommodations. Senior citizens remember our carryout service, competitive prices, and customer order meets. Why be forced to buy more than you need? Watch for exciting major remodeling coming soon. One-stop shopping with small store convenience. Make Massena Big M your store. Locally owned and operated, and located at 232 North Main Street in Massena.
8 minutes, 57 seconds remaining in our hockey game. As the face-off will come to the right of netminder Brooke Tebow. From the draw, Frank Joy stops behind his net. Nice pass for Tim O'Shea. O'Shea spun around. This is Sherm Grant. Grant working in on the backhand. Grant with good speed, but was too deep of an angle. Did not get much of a shot away, and Tebow made the stop. Tim O'Shea. Now a pass intended for Scott Service. A little bit too far. Let's see. I think we have a penalty coming up to Massena on the play. A long shot by Jeff Gilson.
I don't know whether Courier is going to go off or who's going here.
It's interference. That's the call.
I think. I'll have to keep watch, but it may be Jamie Courier going off, and it is.
You're right. So the Canton Golden Bears will be on the power play once again. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in our second period. And
Massena penalty to number 10, Jamie Courier, for interference. A minute 30. Penalties at 8:20, third period.
Well, this is an opportunity for the Golden Bears right here, Chip. They haven't had many of them, but here's a chance for them on the power play.
but from the draw, Mike LaPointe controls for Massena. LaPointe out there along with Josh Spanberg, Mike Dion, and PJ Rochford penalty killing. Jason Casey on the power play unit here, along with Jim Nee and Jeff Peters, and a good sign for Canton here. Jim Nee back out on the ice.
Yes, definitely. That's an aggravating injury, though, and it can come again at any time.
Matt Morley playing the point on this power play for Canton. Out there along with Mark Morley. Adam Blaze, now one of the penalty killers for the Red Raiders. Red Raiders controlling the puck. This is Adam Blaze working in his shot, and he fires it stick side on Coakley, but wide of the mark. Out to center ice. Red Raiders once again with the puck. 30 seconds left on the Massena penalty. Now Sherm Grant. He tries to feed Jeff Gilson. At center ice, broken up by the Red Raider defense. Corey David in deep. David is very content to just work the puck along the boards and kill precious seconds off the clock. Down to 7 minutes in our hockey game. Finally, we get a stoppage in play.
Well, we got some great sporting action coming up this week on Edwards Production Sports. The Potsdam Sandstoners will visit Massena in basketball to take on the Red Raiders, and that'll be coming up this week. Also, girls basketball action as the OFA Blue Devils take on the Massena Red Raiders. That's all coming up this week on Edwards Production Sports. Chip?
Corey David with a shot right off the draw that just went wide of the Canton goal. And they tie up along the boards, and Corey David and Adam Blaze involved with a couple of Canton players. I believe Mark Morley was in there.
Once again, the Red Raiders going to that muscle line of theirs again.
Pretty good game for the second line for the Massena Central Red Raiders, or the line, I should say, of Les Pribble and Corey David and Adam Blaze. Blaze in this hockey game has a goal and 2 assists. Corey David a goal and an assist. And Les Pribble a power play goal and an assist. This is Adam Blaze right here, and he was too well tied up. And then we have Corey David involved with Canton's Jeremy Martin. And I believe you'll see both of these players going to the penalty box. Corey David with his goal and an assist here this afternoon now has 5 goals and 6 assists on the season for a total of 11 points.
Corey David kind of reminds me a little bit of Keith Schultz, it used to be with the Philadelphia Flyers.
Dave Schultz?
Or Dave Schultz, I'm sorry. Dave Schultz. And he's out there to shake things up so nothing gets started for the opposition.
Jeremy Martin, number 16, also for Ruskin. 9:59 into the third period.
Dave Schultz, that's right. Very good, Chip.
9:39, yeah, I'm using memory here.
I used to go to school with Schultz, that's why I said that.
From the draw. Red Raiders trying to control. Dion plays it back to the point. Now Dion with it once again. Mike Dion in deep. He has Les Purble set up in front, but elected to go back to the point. P.J. Rochford loses the puck. Jeff Gilson has it at center ice. Gilson spun around. Rochford along the boards and out to center. Teams are playing at 4 aside.
Matt Morley had his stick broke. He had to go to the bench to get another stick.
Now at center ice, Matt Morley. A pass intended here for Sherm Grant, broken up. Jason Converse sends Heath McLean along. McLean taken into the boards, and we have a slashing penalty coming up.
And I think Matt Morley is the one that's going off. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I thought Morley, of course, coming to the bench here. He had a stick broke in that last exchange on the far side. And yes, Morley is going to go to the box.
Down to 5:39 remaining here in our third period. Matt Morley, senior defenseman, one of the co-captains, assistant captains. Of this Canton High School hockey team.
18, Matt Morley for slashing. 11 minutes and 1 second, third period.
Now puck loose in the corner. They battle along the boards. Word free, moving in. Here's a shot by Schneider, save made, and a rebound covered up by Sean Coakley. This line, this fourth line for the Massena Central Red Raiders have been effective today too.
Yes, they have. They've really been effective. All 4 lines have done very well for them all day. You know, Canton, the Golden Bears have played good hockey this afternoon. They just haven't been able to get anything going the other side of that center red line today. They just get things set up, and then Massena comes in and breaks it up. And they just have had some opportunities to just gone to the wayside on them this afternoon.
And you have to credit the Massena Central Red Raiders with the 4 lines that they use. And here's McLean in front. Coakley is down. Let's see. No goal. No goal as Bob Lozon, the referee, waves off the goal. And Jason Converse is going to be the last one to get off the goaltender here as he was checked into the net.
Boy, well, watch it once again. Here it is in front of the net, and you can see why they disallowed the goal. There is just, well, too many people at the bus stop, basically, on that one.
We'll get a look at it one more time here.
We're going to watch it once again. Let's watch where the puck is. Now, there's the puck.
But no goal.
Oh,
as Bob Lozon lost sight of the puck, and that's what the referee...
Here it is again.
If a referee loses sight of the puck, then he blows a whistle, and that's what happened in that case.
He had a pretty good angle to look at it, too, over just behind the net there, looking at that angle.
Golden Bears, a nice pass, as they'll try to break out of their own end. A long shot.
Those are tricky right there.
They are. And Tebow had a little trouble with that one.
I remember in the NHL when some of the ice surfaces weren't as smooth as they are now. A few years back, a shot like that would take a little hop on the ice, and sometimes they go in.
Now in over the line, Heath McLean is spun around. Canton trying to clear. 30 seconds remaining on the Canton penalty. Jason Converse for Frank Joy. Joy shooting right on net. Sean Coakley to save, and he will cover up.
Well, I'll tell you, Sean Coakley has made his fair share of saves this afternoon for the Canton Golden Bears, Chip.
He has been a bright spot in goal this afternoon, although his team is trailing 5-1.
Red Raiders still have 23 seconds left in the penalty, on which they can try to get something going still in this power play.
Spanberg's service. LaPointe now on the ice. Kerwin and Joy remain on the ice. 23 seconds, as you said, Jamie, on the power play. Coakley steers into the corner. Matt Bullock, a sophomore defenseman, getting a chance to see some ice time here late in this game. Red Raiders cannot clear. They'll have to regroup at center ice.
Nothing like getting out there and getting the experience.
John Richardson, freshman defenseman, also seeing some ice time. And we have a charging penalty coming up to Mike LaPointe of the Massena Central Red Raiders. There you see Mike LaPointe, junior, 5'8", 175 pounds.
He has his share of time that he's had to clear people out in front of the net too today. That's been quite a line that they've had.
Number 7, Mike LaPointe for charging at 12:30.
So the Red Raiders will be shorthanded, as can't go on the power play. Stepping out of the penalty box, controlling the puck momentarily, was Matt Morley.
That's the first time I've seen a player try to time the way he comes out of the penalty box right there. That's what breakaways are made of sometimes.
Yes, sometimes. Down to 4:03. I think that was more coincidental than anything, though, Jamie, that time. As he just happened to, the time had elapsed on his penalty, and he's ready to step on the ice, and the puck is right there at his feet, you know.
Nice of you to bring it over to me.
Gilson up front in the power play, along with Peters and Canfield for the Canton Golden Bears. Massena controlling. Corey David, a pass for Adam Blaze. Blaze working in against Sherm Grant. Now Blaze plays it back to the point. Frank Joy lets a shot go, and he rips that one wide of the mark. Down to 3:35. Sherm Grant. Canfield back to Grant. Good job by Adam Blaze to break that up. Canton will have to tag up at center ice. They do not. Therefore, icing is called. Or not icing, but offsides. Check that against the Canton Golden Bears.
Now Canton still having their problems trying to get across that blue line and get anything started in the Massena end. It has been one of those afternoons for the Golden Bears, but they're still a pretty powerful team in this Division I.
That's interesting. I mean, I think they've defeated the Potsdam Sandstoners 2 out of the 3 times maybe that they've played Potsdam this year. This is the first time that Canton and Massena have played during the regular season.
Yeah, you see a lopsided game like this, maybe going like 5-1 or something, but the next one might be one of them 1-0 deals still.
They will meet again in the not too distant future.
Yes, they will.
These two teams.
And I think you can bet, Chip, that it won't be the same results, especially if it's real close in that Division I.
Golden Bears having some problems though defensively right now, having to use some inexperience somewhat with the freshmen and sophomores due to the injuries to Jim Nee, and along with Matt Burns.
Well, I'll tell you, the
T-Ball kicks out 2 saves there.
2 great saves by T-Ball right there.
As Jeff Peters was on the doorstep looking for a rebound. Here's Mike Dion. Dion will skate at the center. Red Raiders back at full strength. Dion in over the line, drops it for Scott Service for Tim O'Shea. Behind the net, Heath McLean getting involved in the action. And that's where play will stop with Well, they're still running the clock, but it's about 2 minutes and 3 seconds or so remaining.
We're going back to how the sophomores and the freshmen are getting the ice time right here. You know, sometimes that pans out to be a pretty good deal for them, too. If you take a look at a team a couple of years down the road, the more ice time they get now, the better they're going to be later on.
Exactly. And not only that, but Jamie, the goal is to play well come playoff time. And that's, you know, this is just a regular season. Here's your shot, and the Red Raiders score.
And I don't know whether that goal is going to be given to Durant or not.
Sean Coakley never saw it.
No, and it just caught the corner, too. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Durant let that shot go for the point. Here it is again. Comes back to Durant. He lets it go along the ice.
And it's Charlie Durant's goal.
And Charlie's going to get the goal.
Sean Coakley never saw the puck. He was screened. Here we'll get a look at it one more time.
Puck comes back.
LaPointe will get an assist, I believe.
Stayed right low on the ice. It just, nobody saw it coming, I guess.
Might be Jason Converse. We may have to wait.
Goal scored by number 20, Charlie Durant. Assisted by number 7, Mike LaPointe.
Durant got the goal.
And the assist going to LaPointe.
LaPointe picking up the assist.
So, I don't think anybody saw that goal coming. It looked like everybody's back was turned when that puck was rolling along the ice.
A lot of commotion in front of that Canton goal.
That's the kind of goal that defensemen love.
Yes.
But don't touch anybody. I want it unassisted.
Durant, that's the, you know, that's what a defenseman wants to do, though. Keep the shot low, one, and keep it on net. And
yes.
He did both of those things. Ends up with a goal. And here's a nice save off the stick of Scott Service as Sean Coakley comes out and makes the save and covers up. And if I'm not mistaken, for Charlie Durant, this might be his first point of the season, and it's a goal. So
he'll take that.
Sure.
So for Durant, the drought has ended.
Yes.
We go back to the goalkeeping that we've seen this afternoon. Both goalies have been outstanding, really. You know, 6-1, but look how many shots on net.
Well, and obviously Sean Coakley has been tested far more than Thibault, but Thibault came up big on Gilson early in this game on a couple of opportunities.
And just recently, too, in this, just a few minutes ago.
We are under a minute to play in our hockey game. Massena in the lead by the score of 6-1. Heath McLean trying to get around a check from Richardson. Now Joe Weisskopf in battling along the boards. In front, Jason Converse. This is Weisskopf. Puck is loose. Oh, a shot by Chad Schneider, but we have a whistle and a whole bunch of players inside that crease.
It's going to take them a while to untangle that spaghetti. Wow.
And the face-off, I believe, is going to go outside the blue line. It will, outside the zone, because a Red Raider player was inside the goal crease.
Well, one of my three-star selections is going to go out so far that I know of to Massena goalie Thibault this afternoon, allowing only the one goal today, and he's had a lot of shots on goal too as well.
Here's a backhand that goes wide of the mark. Weisskopf behind the net. The wraparound in front, it's loose. Canton are able to clear. This is Morley working at the center. A pass for Casey. Too far for him, down to 10 seconds remaining here in our hockey game. Casey playing it into the slot area. Oh, and the puck hopped over the stick of Tim Canfield. And that will do it, as the Massena Central Red Raiders win this game by the score of 6-1 over the Canton Golden Bears. That will just about do it for hockey action here in Edwards Production Sports. For my colleague Jamie Davis, entire Edwards Production Sports crew, I'm Chip Chapman. See you later, everybody.